Hello, everyone. This week we are starting a new book, the book of Shmot, and we're going to talk today about the Parashat Shmot. Very interesting parasha. A lot of a lot to learn from it. So when Moshe encounters the burning bush in the wilderness, it isn't just a miracle. It's the turning point in his life and in the destiny of the Israeli people. This simple shepherd, fleeing for his past in Egypt, stumbles upon a bush that burns yet remains unharmed. From its flames, God speaks to him, calling him to lead the Israelis out of slavery. On one level, the burning bush is a sign of divine power, nature defying its own rules, showing that God can bend reality. But on a deeper level, it symbolizes the presence of the divine in what seems ordinary. The bush isn't majestic or grand, it's a simple piece of desert scrub. Often, our greatest spiritual awakenings happen in unlikely places where we least expect them. What we can learn from Moshe's reactions. First, he shows curiosity. He says, I must turn aside now and see this marvelous sight. Instead of ignoring the phenomenon, he pauses and pays attention. Sometimes we're so busy that we overlook moments that could spark real transformation. Moshe teaches us to notice, to step off the usual path, and to listen closely. Next, we see his hesitation. Moshe questions his own worthiness. He's not sure he has the speaking ability or authority to confront Paro. But it's precisely this humility that makes him suitable. God does not seek the overly confident. God calls the one who says, Who am I? Because that person knows that success isn't about personal power, but a higher mission. And then there's the holy ground. God instructs Moshe to remove his sandals because the place he stands is sacred. It reminds us that the ground on which we stand can become holy when we realize a higher presence. Our task is to open our eyes, our hearts, and our sense of awe to the holiness in our midst. Finally, the name revealed to Moshe, I am who I am, speaks of the infinite God, beyond time and space, yet intimately involved in human suffering. The burning bush stands as a sign that God hears the cry of the oppressed, and Moshe is called to serve as an instrument of liberation. In just a few verses, this scene teaches us about awareness, humility, and willingness to be called to a higher purpose. If a humble shepherd in the desert can be chosen to stand before kings, perhaps we too can rise to the challenge we face, if only we turn aside, listen, and recognize the sacred fire that burns quietly in our everyday lives. Thank you for joining me for this brief reflection on the burning bush. May we all find moments where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and may we answer the call when it comes. Shabbat Shalom.